Hey guys, I'm your host Triple C. How's everyone doing today? Today, I want to talk about two things. One, pre-orders went up, which I thought they were delayed, but apparently they went up. There was the two-pack for Mercer and Sergeant Slaughter, the Retro Bat and the Retro Green Shirt. Which the Retro Green Shirt, I ordered two of those. Um, for the extra heads. For when the cops come out, I'm gonna put those heads on the cops so I can have two more cops, so give a total of four cops. And then, if I can get two extra green shirts, then I can put those cop heads on the green shirts. But yeah, I just want to. We also got the Striker pre-order, so hopefully everybody got their pre-orders in. Well, today I want to talk about 10 figures that I like to see come to the line and two bonus figures. The two bonus figures are vehicle drivers that I really like, and they had almost all vehicle drivers had a version where they came not with the vehicle in the old line. Um, the first one I want to talk about is Ace. Now, Ace is an awesome character. He was in the cartoon a lot. I mean, he's a freaking great pilot, and if they wanted to do him by himself, I'd be fine with that. But they could also put him with the Skyhawk, and that would be a good package. Because then at least you have a flying vehicle that he comes with. If they ever wanted to do a conquest later, or say Sky Striker later, they could, because there's many versions of Ace. The next one up is a character that I want for a vehicle I do not see ever coming to the line. The Magic Driver, Worms. Was one of my favorite characters growing up. I like the brown and the dark yellow, the mustard yellow. I just he was one of my favorite characters, and he drove around in the maggot. Um, but yeah, those are the two honorable mentions. All right, now let's get down to the top 10 list that I have here. Number 10. I really would love to see this guy in the line. I think we have a good chance of seeing him. Is the Cobra Hazard Viper. And I do hope he comes to the line, because these guys are great for telling stories, with making a scene with the hazmat. I mean, it would just be awesome. I had two of these growing up, and I loved all of them. I love them all. Next one up is Undertale version 4. Now, the version 1 is cool, but I want the version 4 because it goes with Iron Grenadier better. Let's see if we can. And the colors go with Iron Grenadier better, the red and the black and gold. I just love this color scheme, and I would love to see this version come to the line. And that is version 4. Now the next one up, number 8, is Heat Viper. Heat Viper is a really cool character in my opinion. He has his yellow and blue and gray suit that he wears. He's a missile launcher guy, or a rocket launcher. I used to thought he was a flamethrower guy. Is Heat Viper? It made more sense being him being a. But I guess they're heat-seeking missiles. So he has missiles on his feet. So I mean, how crazy is that? You shoot his leg, boom. Yeah, I like the Heat Viper, and I wouldn't mind the Python Patrol version either of him. All right, next up. Now this one was one of my favorites growing up. Um, this version of him, I'm not sure. I think this is version 4 or 5. of the interrogator. It's not version 1, I know that. But this guy is awesome. He's able to just talk to you and get you to spill your guts. And I would like them to have a removable helmet, maybe with person that has, I don't know, like a genius person underneath, or something different underneath than a regular person underneath it. The interrogator. Now this is a character that they have come out with, but not this version. And I love this version because of the weapons it comes with. This was one of my favorite figures growing up, and is Rock and Roll version 2. With the Gatling cannons, the double barrel Gatling cannons and the machine gun on it. I just love this version of Rock and Roll, and I'm hoping that we get this version eventually. I think, yeah, there's version 2. Next up, now this one, the next two of these characters are probably people probably don't like too much, but I do, and that is Captain Gridiron. Now I wouldn't give him this weapon. I'd give him a different weapon. Um, something I don't know. The football grenades can stay, but I would give him a better weapon. But he is a cool character, and I liked him a lot in the cartoon. He was the best part. Him and another character were the two best parts of the entire Dick series. Alright, next up, and I know a lot of people want this character, and so do I. Cesspool. Cesspool is an awesome Cobra agent. He's a CEO that got toxic gunk on his face and messed him up, and then he became insane and worked for Cobra, and it's just, he has an awesome backstory. Maybe one day I'll do an in-depth dive on him, but he's a really cool character. Alright, I think. Okay, the last figure. I think this. No, wait, no, there's a couple more. Hang on a minute. Okay, this one was one of my favorites growing up, and I love his camo. Hit and Run. I think he would be an awesome member of Joe's, and there's a title first version of him that should be cool to get. Hit and Run. I love his camo. And, if you had like a diorama with trees and stuff, he would just blend into the background. Alright. The next three guys are three of my favorites growing up. And they were literally my main crew growing up. After a while, because a lot, Joe's figures came and went because a lot of them broke. The thumbs broke, or I couldn't fix them. But these three were lasted me the longest, and they probably are three of my most special figures I had as a kid. Let's see. And this is Topside. Now, if he did Topside, I want him exactly like this, except for the eyes. The eyes were yellow on the figure, so I put a little blue dot on mine, so they'd be blue eyes instead. But yeah, the only thing I would change about this guy is putting making his eyes not yellow. But everything else I would keep the same, and just classify classify body, and then the backpack, the gun, the helmet, the vest. I would just keep everything in because I love this guy. He was my Carter. Cause I have Carter. He took the place of Carter, and I used to as Topside, but he took the place of Carter because he was my naval SEAL expert. Him and Shipwreck. Now, and I never had Bazooka growing up, but I did have this guy, and this guy was awesome. I didn't like the Bandolier, but I liked his weapon, Backblast. Backblast is such a cool figure. I think he's awesome. Um, I love his giant rocket launcher, his 3 rocket launcher. He had a little knife in his shoulder, right here. And the bandolier I never put on him because I thought that was stupid. I don't know why he had a bandolier when he didn't have any use for it. Alright. And the last figure I'm gonna go over is probably one of my all-time favorites. I mean, he really is, because I loved his outfit. It said "for right for might" on his shirt, and I just want Salvo. Salvo is such a cool character, and he has this awesome rocket launcher. He has a 4. This is version 2 of Salvo, I think. Version 1 had a 4 rocket launcher, quad rocket launcher, and but as long as he has this outfit, I'd be happy in a helmet. Um, and helmet needs to come out because he's one of the few bald Joes that was he's a really cool character though. I really like Salvo. Salvo was definitely one of my favorites, and I hope that he comes to the line sooner rather than later. But yeah, that is my top. There's a 10 list of figures I'd like to see in the line, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will have some more figures coming next week to show off. So I will see you guys next time. This is Triple C. Signing off. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. See you guys next time. Bye guys. Come on!